forever hand in hand. Take it all, live on your stride. It is taking voting land. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. It's everybody in.
Laughing gas, these hazmats, fast cats, lining them up like ass crack. Play these ponies at the track. It's my chocolate attack. Shit, I'm stepping in harder this year. Yeah, bear repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. We gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink. So don't stop, get it, until you chat it, hit it. Watch the way I navigate. Ha 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 ha. Shot, shot.
Windmill for the land, love forever hand in hand. Take it all, live on your stride. It is taking voting land. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. It's everybody in.
Don't shop, get it. Be by your captains in it, steady. Watch me navigate. Don't shop, get it. Be by your captains in it, steady. Watch me navigate.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement, and it is day 70 of the Anti-Gravity Project being live. Right now on the website agproject.io, you'll see the Wishwell era and the Wishwell addresses, so you can connect your wallet, you can register, you can throw some money into the Wishwell by copying those addresses and sending any tokens on Pulse or Base to them. And in return, you get this cool receipt NFT, this Wishwell receipt. And it's got a point value on it. Right now, we're giving away 11 bonus points for every $1 worth of tokens you guys throw in there. So, yeah, check that out. That was Feel Good Ink. I thought ink is pretty good because we love our ink here in the community. Feel Good Ink by the Gorillas. We got Leroy C4 in the house. This is a bar. I was jamming Gorillas last night. What's up, fam? What's up, Leroy? Good to have you here, man. Yeah, I just want to jump on and give you guys an update. We got 27 million more Pulse in the Wishwell. Obviously, you know, we appreciate that. There's a lot of people that have registered their wallets with the Wishwell but haven't thrown any money in yet. And so it's going to be interesting to see what's going on, if they're waiting for the mining era to throw money in or what. But right now you got the Wishwell, which is 11x bonus points. And those bonus points get you ranks inside our collective. And the higher rank you get, the better swag, the better merch and rewards you get, both in real life and online. So you definitely want to get the highest rank that you can get in the collective. Let me actually stop sharing this, see if I can share the points here with you guys so you can see what's going on in some of these. I might even share some of the rewards that we have with you guys here. So let me see here. This is also available on on our Telegram. If you guys go to our Telegram, we've posted the ranks and how many points you need to get there. We add this here, share file. Boom. There we go. So as you guys can see on the screen right there, if you jump in, if you're registered and you don't have any points at all, then you're an informant all the way up to 3,332 points. And then at 3,333 or 3333, you become a junior operator. At 6666, you become a senior operator. And at 9999, you become a lead operator. And then you can go on from operator to technician, agent, navigator, officer, and of course the Grand Admiral, which has 11,000 points to infinity. And the Grand Admiral is obviously where the big kahuna, the big prizes are. It's something that you're probably going to have to be a whale to achieve, or participate very heavily in the community based on what we're working on at that time, whether it's the book, the audio book, getting the word out there, getting on different streams, just tweeting, retweeting, sharing stuff. We've got a whole bunch of things planned, which is cool. But yeah, you got all those things right there. And it starts off where you're winning swag like stickers and t-shirts and high quality prints of the NFTs, signed high quality prints of the NFTs. And then it goes up to, a signed copy of the book, Rings of Dust. And it goes on crazier stuff from there. Astronaut outfits embroidered with your name on them. And then it gets silly. It's like laptops, custom watches, tailored suits, high-end cars. Like it goes crazy once you get down here. Once you get past special agent and chief navigator, there are some really, really cool prizes there that we're going to be giving out. So that's just one benefit. Who wants your signature? I didn't say it was my signature necessarily that was going to be on these things, but somebody's signature is going to be on, some of this stuff, the book and the high quality printouts. Because as you know, we're going to have 33 NFTs throughout the life of this project, and the first one is going to be the book. So here, let me unfreeze my screen and I'll share that with you guys. Yeah, here we go. So the first NFT that people get a chance to mint is the book cover, Rings of Dust. And so you're going to be checking that. That's going to be like the first NFT. And so when you reach a certain level in the collective, we're going to print out, high quality posters of each of the NFTs. And so depending on when you get there or when you reach that rank, you are going to get a copy of each of the NFTs up to that point. Which is pretty cool. So enjoy that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we're going to have a lot of in-person events and parties. And the higher the rank you are, the more goodies and VIP treatment you're going to get at the events, which is also awesome. But that's just a piece of building this community, which, of course, the community is what we are focused on the most out of everything. I mean, yes, we want a pretty chart with green candles. Yes, we want to take over Bitcoin and a bunch of other tokens that really don't have any utility and really don't have a great community. But really, it's that community is where we want to focus our efforts, like creating the best community in crypto and associating and networking with the other amazing communities in Pulse Chain and Hex and even some other ones that we haven't even met or know about yet in the future to form one giant super community of everyone involved. I've got a piece of the book here that I was going to share with you guys and read, and this kind of explains some of the tokenomics of minting the NFTs and how they go about. So let me change this to, I think I can get us on a copy of the book here if I have it. yeah, here's kind of the copy of the book here. And we're working on getting this ready for Amazon, doing some pre-sales of it, getting it edited, and then obviously working it into an audiobook in the future. But let me add this to the screen here so you can look at this pretty, hey, nice shirt. Thanks very much. It actually has like silver in it that reflects, but it's kind of hard to see here. So thank you. Thank you. I try to dress up for you folks. Yeah, let me share this screen right here. Boom. And I'll read some of the Rings of Dust here. This is not an official copy, but it kind of gives you an idea of the difference between dark X and dark matter, and the NFTs, which are symbolized by fuel cells in the book, and kind of how things came about. So this is like a short, condensed version of a lot of this information. And obviously it's going to be, finessed and put throughout the book a lot nicer. But basically, let's jump on here. I wonder if I should unfreeze my little face. Yeah, I'll unfreeze my face so you guys can see me express this stuff right here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Better than the normal wife beater. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so as you can see, this is the book copy, the Rings of Dust, that's going to be available not only to the collective, but people that want to buy it and read it and dig into some of these Easter eggs that we've got in our project. But I'm just going to start reading this bit right here. All right. After the fatal extraction of Dark X by Cole, tests were done, and it was discovered that just as the combination of mineral salts had caused the vapor to form into a denser plasma-like state, even more concentrations of salt added to Dark X would harden the substance into a stable crystal state that could be handled and used for up to 15 days. During these 15 days, scientists and engineers tried applying these crystals to every product imaginable, from medicines to apparel and electronics. No matter what they tried, the crystals, now referred to as dark matter in their stable form, would return to the unstable form of Dark X and had to be returned to the harvester containers. That is, until one day when a lab assistant, Max, and we're not stuck with that name, that's just a placeholder, but Max, too lazy to return the crystals to the harvester all the way across the scientific complex that stretched 4 miles across. Instead, he placed them into a spent fuel cell on a colleague's desk. For good measure, he filled the fuel cell with nitrogen and sealed the cell with negative pressure in the vacuum chamber. He figured that under these conditions, a fire or explosion would be unlikely over the weekend. The following Monday, Max arrived early to keep his discretion a secret. To his surprise, the fuel cell had a slight charge indicated by a faint ember glow from the LED indicator that glowed inside the view glass on its face. Even stranger, there was nothing but vapor inside the fuel cell. This should have been shared immediately with his supervisors, but he didn't want to get in trouble for disobeying protocol. Alpha Corp had a culture of harsh disciplinary action and was the last megacorp that offered health insurance, an employee preference to the energy supply that was just as unstable as the Dark X he was expecting to find. Max took the fuel cell and hid it in his locker. The fuel cell continued to charge with this mysterious vapor like a terrarium of fog where you look for the snake or frog at a zoo. On the 90th day, the fuel cell was fully charged and the vapor cleared up, leaving, I think there's more of this, oh goodness, yeah, it's missing some of this. So basically, like I said, he goes back to the fuel cell, and the vapor that they caught from Saturn. So like I said, they go out to Saturn, the rings of Saturn, and they leave these basically harvesting containers lined with minerals and salts, things like that. And then minerals, dust, chunks of ore, and other things are collected in these harvesting containers. And what collected in the harvesting container out in space was the solid or dark X. So the dark X is very, very unstable. And as we saw at the beginning of the book, when Cole Nova tried to extract a sample, everything exploded, went haywire. It just destroyed the ship and its crew. And so then they found out, as you see here, adding a lot more salt and minerals to the dark X turned it into a stable crystal. And by happenstance, Max here found out that if you put it inside of a fuel cell with negative pressure and nitrogen, that it returns to that vapor cell, and that vapor cell emits energy and charges the fuel cells, batteries, basically. And so he hides it in his locker, and then on the 90th day, not only does the vapor clear up, but there's a small seed of crystals inside the fuel cell that starts to grow. And there's a deposit of crystals, of dark matter crystals that are stable on the lid of the container as well. So he takes this discovery, and now he's like, okay, this is so interesting. I'm definitely not going to get in trouble for this. So he takes it to his supervisor, who immediately fires him. And within minutes, he's escorted off the premises by security and fired. He's done. And so now the scientists at Alpha Corp are starting to mess with this recipe of nitrogen and negative pressure and these crystals. And what they find is that every 9 days, a batch of these crystals that look like little roses forming on the outside of these fuel cells, on some of the fuel cells, they can harvest these. And because they look like flowers, they call it pruning, just like they're pruning in a rose garden. So they start pruning these extra cells, and then every 90 days, as they said, the first 90 days, there's nothing but vapor in the fuel cell. And on the 90th day, you get these little crystals that start, the seed of crystals that starts budding. And every 90 days, those crystals grow bigger and bigger and bigger inside of the fuel cell. The fuel cell continues to get more and more charged with more and more energy, and its capacity grows as well. So as you can see, if you take this analogy and you apply it to our project, you can take one dark matter token and you can mint one of these fuel cells. And as I said, you might get some crystals on the outside of your container, but at the end of the 90 days, which, all of our stuff is 90 days, you're going to have some dark matter inside of your NFT. And so that's kind of how things start to progress in this whole thing. And like I said, the crystals on the outside of the container, you can prune, and they're just like any other dark matter token. You can dump them on the market. You can mint another anti-gravity NFT on the next journey. Or you can just leave it attached to the NFT to increase its cash value. But the crystals or the dark matter inside the NFT can only be harvested when you unwrap the NFT or when you unseal the fuel cell, as we'll see later in the book. I'll read some more about fuel cells and getting the dark matter out of the fuel cell. But basically, the only way to get the stuff out of the inside is to unwrap your NFT. And once you unwrap your NFT, it's over. You're done. There's no more candy going in that piñata, no more dark matter token going inside the NFT. So that's just a little clip and a little taste of some of the Easter eggs we're baking into the story to help people understand how the NFT and how our tokenomics work, and give you guys kind of a heads up of things that you might want to do with your dark matter token when the minting process starts, and which series of NFTs you want to get into. I mean, and I've spoken about that on a couple other ones. I don't see anyone in the green room. I don't see anyone else asking questions in chat. I do have the link to this. I just put this almost every day. I'll put the link to this in our Telegram, t.me/anti-gravity saga. And you guys can jump in here and talk about whatever you want. You can ask me questions about anti-gravity project, what's going on. You can ask me project or talk about any other project. You can talk about your project that you're working on. We are equal opportunity people here. And we're very excited because we want to share a lot of this to you guys. Unfortunately, it's still being built in the background, and we want to shock and awe you guys with some of this stuff that we're adding to you guys. Crypto Compassion's in the house. Oh, my man. Hey, what's up, Crypto Compassion? Good to see you. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. If we go to our website real quick, agproject.io, then you'll see the timer right now is at 28 days, 23 hours, 32 minutes, and some change. So we've rolled over at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time is when we roll over. So we've got about 4 weeks left for you guys to get your 11x bonus in the Wishwell era. So if you haven't thrown any money in, but you're registered, you're probably going to want to throw in some money and get your 11x bonus points now. And then when we start the mining process, instead of getting a 33x bonus per dollar, you'll be getting a 66x bonus. So you double your bonus points during the mining phase. And then in the minting phase, when you have a chance to mint your anti-gravity NFT or your dark matter token into an anti-gravity NFT, instead of getting 33 bonus points for minting each one of those on the first series, the first NFT series, which of course is going to look like that. Or actually, I think my camera's froze, so holding that up doesn't matter. No, but like I said, instead of getting 33 bonus points in the minting phase, if you have participated in the mining era and the Wishwell era, instead of getting 33 bonus points, you're going to get 132 bonus points to rank up in the collective and get some more of that swag and more of those access eligibility to those things. Hexess says, love the storyline. Thank you very much, Hexess. Appreciate that. We are trying to bring not just a cool game to play to crypto, but we're also trying to bring a story that's going to hook people in the heart. Because, I mean, making money is fun, but building relationships, friendships, and doing something that you truly believe in with your emotions and something you're passionate about is what's going to hold this community together in the long run and build it no matter what. I mean, we've seen the toll that bear markets have on communities. And yeah, thank you very much. That's the whole point of the storyline and the art, is to capture people's imaginations and emotions so that they have something to really rally behind in this community, and a lot of cool things that we can have as our subculture. And so it's going to be a lot of fun sharing this space journey with you guys and the rest of this story. And if you guys, like I said, I cannot urge you enough to jump into the Telegram group, because we're going to be publishing chapters of the book in there for review and edit. And the people that help us with review and edit to get this ready to go to Amazon and get this ready to turn into an audiobook are going to be rewarded, most likely, with some collective points. So you guys will have a chance to use your sweat equity to move up in rank, not just by throwing money in the wish well or mining or minting the NFTs. And I can't stress this enough. There are not as many tokens hitting the market as you guys think there are. There are 1 million tokens total, but the evil address has most of them. So you've got the evil address that's got an unfair advantage, first of all. And then you've got the amount that we're going to be distributing to the people that took place in the eras. And then you're going to have, people taking those tokens that they do get that are on the market, and you're going to have people minting NFTs, which removes those tokens from the market for quite a while. I'll just say that in the meantime. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. But when we get our website up and running, in fact, that we do have a mock-up of the website ready for you guys. It's going to be very close to what is going to be there. So when you attach your wallet, you'll be able to go to the collective page and see your rank and your rewards. You're going to be able to go to the Wishwell page and look at your Wishwell bonus points and your rank there. You're also going to be able to go to the mining page and put in, hey, if I threw in this many pulse, then I would get this many dark X tokens and I get this many points, because you're going to get points towards your rank, and you're going to get dark X tokens during the mining phase. And then, of course, we have 6 weeks of the mining phase. So we have about 28 days, give or take, until we're launching the mining phase. We hope to launch it sooner. But of course, we have audits. We have public testnet and private testnet, and things to make sure that everything's legit and safe and secure. So we've got about 4 weeks until we go into the mining phase. And then we have 6 weeks of mining and 1 week of claiming. So that's 7 weeks. And then you have 30 days from the launch of the program to mint the very first NFT. And then we have the 90-day party, which I spoke about, where you're going to have giveaways and reward at the end of the 90 days. And then you're going to only have 15 days after that. So you'll have 15 days to mint, a 90-day party, 15 days to mint, 90-day party, and that goes on for 33 series. So not only are we, excited about working on the book with you guys and getting your community involvement, but we're also going to be having people submit art for the NFTs. So you'll be reading pieces of the book, and you guys can feed that art into AI. You can make your own stuff. If you're digital artists, whatever, you can go out, and we'll be picking these images from the community. And you guessed it, we're going to be rewarding those people with collective points, and they'll be ranking up in the collective for their awesome work. And we'll have people vote on it and whatnot in the Telegram and on Twitter. So that's really cool. Leroy says, you get Morgan Freeman to read it for the audiobook. No, we're not. We may be getting an AI version of Morgan Freeman. But here's the crazy thing is we found a lot of cool AI stuff going on right now that actually does a decent job of most reading of the book, where it does a good inflection, it does a good pacing, and we can probably change the voices for the different characters. So we may be throwing out an AI book for the most part, or working on that together with the community, and that way people can listen. Because obviously most people today listen to books, they don't read books for the most part. So that's cool too. We'll be working on that as well. We'll be working on putting together our events. And like I said, first, we're just going to be joining cool festivals. Like we went to the festival over this weekend called E11, and it was called Oasis of Dreams. There's our little wristbands that we wore there running around. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of cool art, a lot of great music, a lot of people expressing themselves in different ways, and cool theme camps where you show up and, they make them a mouth. There's one called Mouth Mosa, and Mouth Mosa is a place where they make a mimosa in your mouth. You just lay there and they just pour the orange juice and champagne into your mouth and make a mouth mosa. That's just one of the silly fun little camps they got going on. They have costume camps where it's just racks of clothing, take whatever you want, wear whatever you want. Our friend that went with us found a really cool black prom dress there that she wore around, which is pretty cool. There's just a lot of cool places like this. So first we'll be finding events like that. There's the event in Vegas on 369 March 6th through the 9th, which is being planned for next year. So I'm sure we'll be joining the Pulse Chain events, the Hexagon events, and having fun with those. But then there's also stuff like there's Love Burn, which is going down in Florida in February. And so depending on where the markets are, if they're still dead, probably not a lot of people have the time and money to travel to Florida, but there's a really, really cool festival called Love Burn that takes place on an island out there. And it's just a cool tropical island with the same crazy stuff. Really cool places where you can make arts and crafts and all sorts of cool stuff right there on the beach. Really cool sound camps, lasers, fireworks, you name it. It's just a crazy cool place to hang out. And that's probably, like I said, where we'll start piggybacking on some of these other events and having our own little group there and having our own little side events and side dinners and stuff like that. And then as we grow, because this is such a small community we have right now. It's such an awesome opportunity because there's only like 140 wallets connected right now to the Wishwell between Pulse and Base. And so there's not that many people that really understand this project or have taken part in it yet. And so as we go into the mining phase, I think word's going to spread pretty quickly during the mining phase for a couple of reasons I'm not going to share with you right now. But there's the mining phase, which is awesome. And then there's the launch. And like I said, there's 1 million tokens, but there's really not 1 million tokens available. There's going to be some that people are trading with. There's going to be some used for liquidity providing, but only a small portion of that 1 million are going to be claimed during that 1 week claim phase for what's going on. And some of you guys are probably going to be surprised and excited and pleased by some of the other bonuses and things we reveal. So if you're in the Wishwell, if you've registered and you haven't thrown money in there, you might want to throw some money in there and get your little 11x bonus right now going into the other eras, because you might get more than just ranks and you might get more than just some in real life goodies as well. So that being said, and that's about it. And as we get things done, obviously we got one smart contract deployed right now, which is the Wishwell contract, which spins up those NFTs, keeps track of your points. And then we have 5 other smart contracts in audit right now. So we're going to be hearing back from those in the next week and seeing what the auditors think of those 5 smart contracts. And then we have 6 more smart contracts, 5 that are already written and finished, and 1 that is being written right now for the evil address, because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on with the evil address, right? I mean, you've got good versus evil in the Rings of Dust. You've got the good guys, the collective, and you've got the evil guys, represented by the evil address. You've got the Alpha Omega Corp. You've got the government that's in bed with the evil corporations. And over time, we're going to see who wins those resources, who wins out of that battle between good and evil. And so there's some things that are going to happen in the evil address that are going to be pretty amazing and pretty sweet. And so we're writing some smart contracts for that. Also, I will tell you guys this, everything that can be made a public button is going to be made a public button. So when it's time for the giveaways, if we can make that a public button, it's going to be a button that you guys get to push. If we can make it where the reward at the end of the 90 days is a public button, boom, there you go. That's going to be a public button you guys can push. And there's going to be some other public buttons up to and including the Rapture button. So at the end of the 33 phases, any dark matter tokens that are not being used in one of the beneficial addresses of the ecosystem, they're all going to be destroyed. They're going to be raptured home. And we would really like to make that button public too. So in 9.5 years, when we've done all 33 journeys and things are shaking out and the game of chicken is being played between the NFT holders and all that fun stuff, there's going to be that button that says rapture. Boom. They're going to hit that button and it's going to wipe out all of the tokens. It actually wipes out all 1 million tokens immediately. And then the tokens that are in sanctioned addresses and places that are benefiting the community are going to be reminted, respawned, right? But the ones that are just sitting in some dude's wallet that forgot he had them, or, sitting in someone who's trying to trade and front run the rapture, then they're going to be gone. It's going to be really, really interesting to have there will be liquidity providing, obviously, which survives the rapture. And so I'm imagine a lot of people, to avoid the rapture, are going to provide liquidity for a day or two or whatever, right, to avoid it. But just the idea of having a true liquid market supply of zero, I've never seen that in any token ever. I've never seen a token scarcity of complete zero. So there's going to be 1 million tokens originally. Not many of those are really going to hit the market. And then over time, as you guys see how things play out between the evil address and the minting and the collective, you guys are going to see what's going on and see that supply get choked down really quickly. And you're going to see people lose that game of chicken and unwrap their NFTs before they should, or, someone's going to win the giveaway, and the giveaways get bigger and bigger throughout the 90 days. Right now, we're planning on having a giveaway every 9 days. So you have 10 giveaways over 90 days. And the first ones are just like dust. They're very, very little, but it doubles basically every 9 days, into where the drawing or the giveaway on day 81 and 90 are insane. So if the wrong person wins that giveaway, turns around and dumps those tokens, it's going to be an interesting chart. It's going to be an interesting chart when people mint, and it's going to be an interesting chart when people unwrap their tokens or win the giveaways and dump those tokens on the market. It's going to create a very interesting chart. I've said this before. It takes Bitcoin about 1,400 days or 4 years to run its 4-year cycle, its halving cycle. It only takes us 105 days to run our cycle. So you're going to be seeing a pattern will most likely emerge every 105 days. And we know that degens in crypto, we know that degens love to front run. They love to trade patterns. They like to think that they've got an inside scoop on something. And maybe they do. Maybe they, buy at the bottom and sell at the top and just make an insane amount of money. I hope they do. But history tells us that most people suck at trading, just suck at trading. And we see the founders, the holders, and the exchanges getting wealthy. We see the traders getting wrecked. And this is going to be a very, very fun chart for people to trade. And think about it. I mean, there's supposed to be 21 million Bitcoin mined between now and 2140, right? We have 21 times less than that for our supply. So our stuff just out the gate is 21 times scarcer than Bitcoin, the big granddaddy, the king, God token, God coin, right? The big boy right now. And we already beat Bitcoin out in its scarcity. We really beat Bitcoin out in its scarcity when people start minting and playing the game. But aside from that, we have those other 8 tokenomics stacked on top of the scarcity. And so a lot of people aren't going to find out about anti-gravity project, dark matter token, and our NFTs until we really get smoking. Like this might be like 1, 2, 3 journeys or 300 days, about a year into this project, where people start taking notice of this chart and seeing the supply, the liquid supply of tokens start to really choke down. And by then there's going to be a lot that people love to FOMO into stuff, right? They love to FOMO into giant green candles, and they love to dump giant red candles. So it's going to be really interesting to see people that just see the chart and don't understand the tokenomics or the story. They don't understand the NFTs and how they work. And they're going to come clamoring in and try to trade the chart or try to trade the pattern on the chart. And they're going to miss what's really going on. Some of the people will dig into the Telegram, the story, and the culture and join the collective. They'll join the community and they'll be like, oh, I see what's going on here. I understand the game theory behind this. But a lot of people are just going to see a crazy chart and want to trade it. And that's okay too. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And hopefully we get as many eyes as possible onto Pulse Chain and our community. And they're like, wow, these guys are next. Pulse Chain is light years ahead of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like, people are building some cool stuff on Ethereum, but yeah, no, the stuff being built on Pulse Chain is light years ahead. This is the bleeding edge of DeFi and NFTs. And we think that we're going to get a lot of attention and a lot of people coming over to Pulse Chain to play this game and to join this project and to have a lot of fun with us. And everyone that sees us at any event, anyone that sees our streams and our channels online, because I mean, mark my words, there was a time when the only Hex streamers were like Richard Hart. And, then you had Hexo, Discourse Syndicate, and a huge army of Hex streamers, myself included, start a YouTube channel because they're so passionate about the project. And if we can instill the same passion and we can show people that there really is something special here in Anti-Gravity Project, then there's going to be Anti-Gravity Project channels on YouTube popping up and people tweeting about it. And people are going to check it out and I think lose their mind at some of the cool stuff we put together. And I can't wait to watch that materialize. So anyways, check us out. We're here almost every day. I mean, there's a couple of days where I'm out of town traveling or whatnot. But even when we were at the festival, I threw up a live stream, which I don't know if it's like my most coherent live stream, but it was a lot of fun. And so like we're here and we usually put that link in Telegram. So if you guys want to join us, ask questions, talk about the weather, talk about hot dogs and hot chicks, I don't know, like whatever. Talk about how low Pulse Chain can go. And that's what we're here to. We're here to hang out. We're here to have fun. And we're going to be bringing you more of the story as it gets written, throughout some more Easter eggs. And then, like I said, you're really going to want to be in Telegram for when we start releasing chapters of the book and working on getting it finalized and ready for edit, ready for sale. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, about 28 days till we get to go into mining, and about, this is crypto. So these times are definitely not going to happen when I say, but this is the idea. The idea is 4 weeks ish until mining, and then 7 weeks of mining and claiming, and then 30 days of minting the very first NFT, and then 90 days of a party. And yeah, I'm excited to show this to you guys. Like I said, a lot of stuff is done. We have five smart contracts that are in audit right now. We have 5 that are written, that are ready to go to audit. We have 1 that's being written out of, I think there's 12 smart contracts now that all work together. And so we're excited to share this stuff to you. If you guys are coders or you know coders, you're going to have an unfair advantage in finding some of these Easter eggs and surprises that we have for you guys as we, choke this thing down to the scarcest token that's ever been created, and have a lot of fun and parties on the way. So that being said, we love you guys. We're gonna go out on Minder, MNDR, like it's over. It's a killer song, and well, in just a second, it's got commercial. There we go. Now it's queued up. So let me share that one with you guys. Like I said, if you haven't been here, it's worth your time checking out agproject.io and reading the white paper, soon to be called the dark paper. And as we go into mining, we'll be releasing a lot more of the details of our tokenomics. Right now, we're kind of giving an overview of how they work and what they do, but we'll have the actual percentages and numbers, chances of winning giveaways, and amounts of reward that you guys are going to be getting. That's all going to be revealed here going into the mining era. So we'll stop that one. We'll share this one right here. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. We will love you. Bye.
Hold me like it's over, it's over. Stay here, could you stay here and keep me sober, like it's over. Hold me like it's over, it's over. Stay, could you stay here and keep me sober, like it's over. I'll be gone forever, forever. Right now, tell me right now, you hold me closer, like it's over. I'll be gone forever, forever. Right now, tell me right now, you hold me closer, like it's over. like it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Like it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Like it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Like it's over. It's over. So won't you hold on to me? Hold on to me. 'Cause I need the closure. The closure. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Like it's over. It's over. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Like it's over. Like it's over. It's over. It's over. It's
Like it's over. Pretty soon, Wishful era is going to be over, and then the mining era is going to be over, and then the minting era is going to be going. So jump on here to agproject.io, join us in Telegram, retweet these streams, get the noise out. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. Look forward to seeing you in the future, Leroy, and all the other cool people here, Hexs, Crypto Compassion, you name it, all the guys here in chat and watching. Yeah, it's gonna be a good ride. You guys are gonna be glad that you were in the right place at the right time. And love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.